Tulum, Mexico, the Instagram paradise. Known for its lush jungles, Mayan ruins, mystical cenotes, yoga retreats, and spiritual traditions. But is it for real? Is it worth it? Join us on our most recent trip to Tulum and we'll show you it's still a magical place, if you know where to look. I'll share some local secrets, our favorite activities, and where you can find some delicious plant-based food. And you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly of Tulum, Mexico. It's all right here on another episode of Enjoy the Life. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and click the bell to be notified about all our new videos. Wow, Tulum is incredible. When you walk out on those white sand beaches on a sunny day, it's super exhilarating. And the blue waters are so inviting. But it's definitely changed over the years. Okay, let's start with the good stuff. I first fell in love with this place back in 2007. The ethereal energy at the beaches close to the ruins is incredible, like some kind of dream world. There's a reason the Maya built a temple here, but a lot has changed in 15 years and it's not all good. But let's start at the beginning. When you fly into Cancun, you can even catch a bus, get a taxi, or rent a car for the 2-hour drive down to Tulum. Bus and taxi are totally doable, but I recommend a rental car. You can find really cheap rental car deals online. And the first thing you want to do is get checked into your hotel. If you have the money, the best place to stay is right on the beach, which costs anywhere from $99 to $1,000 a night and more. Many of the hotels don't advertise online, so sometimes you can find a good deal just walking around to different hotels and asking for the best price. The closer you get to the town of Tulum, the cheaper the prices are, and you can even find a place in town as cheap as $45 a night. Since we used to live in the area, we were lucky enough to stay with a friend who was house sitting in the jungle near Holistika Spa and Resort. It was a really nice house with a swimming pool and a beautiful rooftop patio. Owned by a famous Mexican rock star, Leon, the lead singer of the group Zoe. It was a beautiful home. We had our own room and bathroom with a nice outdoor shower. Woo! We spent many relaxing evenings with our friend Adela, drawing Hagwa temporary tattoos on each other. I made this special mandala for Margarita. She loved it. For more information about Hagwa gel and other body art products, as well as organic hair care products, go to pureorganichenna.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. If you can afford to rent a house in the jungle, do it. It's very quiet and relaxing. Getting around Tulum can be kind of challenging because it's so crowded, but I would recommend renting a scooter. You save money and it's much quicker to move around. I found a scooter for a really low weekly rate, but I had to put down a 4,000 peso deposit and my passport. We'll talk more about that in the bad section. The best thing about Tulum is the beach, so hop on your scooter and let's go. It's such a beautiful ride as you get further and further away from town. As you drive along Avenida Coba, you'll reach the end of the road, where you can even go north or south. North is where the majority of the hotels and bars are. South, there are fewer hotels and the beaches are nicer. This is where having a scooter is perfect, because you can weave around traffic jams and it's easy to find parking. Make sure when you park on your scooter at the beach to go ahead and lock it up any chance you get. People like to take scooters here. You have to really be careful. So lock it up and lock the steering wheel. Enjoy the life. This is my favorite beach, Santa Fe. It's the last beach before you reach the Tulum ruins. This is where the locals go. The water is much calmer and the beaches are wide and flat. It's right next to the ancient ruins and plenty of iguanas. 15 years ago, when I first discovered this place, it was a hidden treasure. I played on the beaches and enjoyed the crystal clear blue waters, basically living on the beach. And at that time, they were offering camping on the beach for 50 pesos a night. That was about $3. So I grabbed my tent and I camped on the beach for a month. This is where Margarita and I met, so it holds a special place in our hearts. We both love playing on these beaches, and sometimes we had the whole beach to ourselves. And the energy here is great for meditation. This place is like an energy vortex. This is where you go to have your desires fulfilled, whatever that may be. We both love that beach so much that we moved to Playa del Carmen just to be close to Tulum. It was so peaceful back then. Just the sound of the wind, the birds, and the beautiful turquoise waters. And of course the iguanas.
Yup.
Today it's changed quite a bit. Now it's super crowded with vendors, and where there used to be only one or two tour boats docked on the beach, now they have basically taken over the beach, pushing beachgoers all the way to the end, where there's just a small section of the beach now. It's still nice and relaxing here, and the water is enjoyable to swim in. But I'm sure soon it'll be all vendors and tour boats, just like Playa del Carmen. It's kind of disappointing. The beaches north of Avenida Coba are harder to get to because the hotels and the beach clubs block access or charge fees sometimes in addition to buying food just to access the beach. Here is a great tip to access your favorite beach in Tulum for free. There are many abandoned lots that are usually fenced off, but it's usually very easy to get through the fence and walk through the unused property. I always follow the locals and the beach vendors as they know the best ways to access the beaches for free. Nothing like a day at the beach. It's much busier the further south you go. Here, the big hotels and bars dominate the beach. The waves are bigger and the water is much rougher. It's where all the parties and loud music are happening. This is why most people come to Tulum, for the party. I come here to enjoy the beautiful nature and for the handstands on the beach.
Woo!
I like to soak up the natural energy and meditate on the beach and be at one with all the elements. The beaches are still very nice in Tulum, and when you get tired of swimming in the blue waters, it's time to visit one of the many cenotes in the area. Everyone has their favorite, and ours is Jardin del Eden. It's about 36 minutes from Tulum, and it has great cliffs to jump off. This place is a local favorite. It's very large, so it can accommodate plenty of people. And the kids love it. These waters are so amazing. It's such a rush swimming in these waters. It's really refreshing. This place is so much fun, and it's such a thrill to jump off these cliffs. These cenotes, which are freshwater swimming holes, are connected by a massive underground water system. These natural aquifers are created by filtered rainwater that passes through the ground in sandstone. These mineral waters are crystal clear and energized by Mother Earth. It's also the entrance to a vast underwater cave network. So it's great for snorkeling and scuba diving. The Maya people believed cenotes were the entrance to the underworld. According to the Mayan beliefs, the sacred and divine emerged from the ground and not from heaven. We explore these underground river caves at Rio Secreto. Before we explored this secret river, a Mayan priest performed a ceremony welcoming us to the caves and asking the spirits to protect us while we're down there. It was quite an adventure swimming through the dark caverns, but I found it kind of spooky, claustrophobic, and very cold. I didn't like it. I'd rather jump off cliffs into big swimming holes. When you get done with the beach and cenotes, you're gonna be hungry. So here's a couple great plant-based options you can check out. We're always looking for great tasting plant-based authentic tacos, and El Bajon hits the mark. They have a big selection of cruelty-free meat replacement options made with deliciously seasoned jackfruit, soy, seitan, garbanzo, and chickpea. We went here 5 or 6 times during our stay. You won't be disappointed. Another epic spot is Tapatía vegan tacos. The plant-based Mexican food here is incredible. This is really genuine Mexican food, only plant-based. Everything here is epic, especially the classic torta ahogada, which means drowned sandwich, using a special bread from Guadalajara, mouth-watering filling, and it's smothered with a spicy tomato sauce.
Ay, gracias, manito. Traditional torta ahogada. Look at this. Meaning is drowned.
We have a special video about this restaurant. Just hit the link in the upper right-hand corner to see it.
I'm just gonna dive in.
These things look kind of gnarly, but they are delicious.
The bread's delicious. Delicious, like spicy.
It's like tomatoes.
It's like classic Mexican food, only vegan, you know?
100% original.
There is so much going on in Tulum now. It's busy. So it's really nice to find a place where you can just get away from it all. We found that place at Holistika Spa and Wellness Retreat. We were lucky because it was right across the street from where we were staying. It's located in the middle of the jungle outside of town, away from the hustle and bustle. The minute we walked in, we knew it was home sweet home. Looking at the big schedule board, we saw all the activities offered, and it was everything we love to do.
Tuesday.
Immediately we saw a notice that a Temazcal ceremony was about to begin in 5 minutes, so we decided to go for it. We've only been there 5 minutes and already we're taking a Temazcal. awesome.
We just find out that it's a Temazcal. We didn't even know, and they're gonna take us. So we're gonna be kind of late, but we're gonna just jump in.
Temazcal time. Okay, let's go.
A Temazcal is an ancient ceremony where volcanic rocks, or abuelas as they're referred to, are heated up. And when herb-infused water is thrown on the rocks, it produces a steam that cleanses your mind, body, and spirit. The dome, which represents the womb, is a place of introspection, a symbolic transition between the heavens and the underworld. We made it just in time and had a great ceremony. Our guide Mitch was great, and he had a super infectious laugh.
Okay, we're on our way to another yoga class at Holistika. It's right down the street from where we're staying, so it's really convenient.
The Holistika Spa was just what we needed. There were so many different yoga classes to choose from. Vinyasa, Hatha, detox flow, meditation classes, and sound baths. It was amazing. Sometimes I took 2 classes a day. I couldn't get enough. This place was our little Shangri-La, our sanctuary. Just walking around was relaxing, with the sound of flowing water everywhere. It feels so good to move the body, especially in the jungle with the humid tropical air. The teachers were all amazing, and the yoga was top-notch. After yoga, we would treat ourselves to the Tierra Restaurant, which has incredible cruelty-free, plant-based food, juices, and desserts. We started off the day with the coconut rice pudding and the mango maca bowl, and I loved the crispy pita with hummus. Super fresh and tasty. All the food was really good, especially the vegan strawberry cheesecake. We ate there every day. We loved it. After breakfast, it's time to hang out at the Holistika Hotel pool. To do some meditation and have a nice selfie session. It's important to take the time to quiet the mind, clear the thoughts, and give attention to the source of all things. Life is such a gift. Next is a walk through the jungle at the Art Walk, where you can enjoy nature and the work of local artists. Another great Instagram opportunity. The theme of the Art Walk is humans' relationship with the environment. That's important.
Art walk, yeah.
They even have a nice gift shop where you can stock up on all your sage and essential oils and everything you need to relax. Overall, Holistika Spa is a great place. Not cheap, but not too expensive either. The staff is really great, and the whole vibe is super chill. We highly recommend. Now let's get to the bad. Tulum is growing way too fast, and the traffic is becoming a nightmare. If you're staying at the beach, it's not so bad, but you will want to go to town eventually, so it's good to do things early in the morning, because later in the afternoon, traffic is ridiculous. It takes you forever to get from one side of the town to the other. As I mentioned before, a scooter is a good option, and many people rent bikes as well. But be aware of the taxis, because they are very shady. They will overcharge you and they'll take advantage of you whenever they can. I'm not saying that all taxis are corrupt, but about 90% of them are. And if you're going to rent a scooter, I would advise going to an established brick-and-mortar rental shop. That may cost a little bit more, but if anything goes wrong with the scooter, they won't try to rip you off. Most places still ask for a 4,000 peso deposit and your passport, which is kind of ridiculous, and a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing this. Next, you're vacationing in the middle of a drug war. I've never had a problem myself, but if you're hanging out at bars and buying illegal drugs, then you're taking a chance of getting caught in the middle of a turf war. Even though it's rare, just be aware. The government has brought in the National Guard to help the situation, but now they are harassing everyone, even tourists. They can stop and search you at any time. So if you're walking or you're on a bike, it's easy for them to stop you and search you and harass you. They were even harassing this 10-year-old beach vendor. It used to be such a quiet town, but those days are over. Be aware about the weather. We went in November, and that's when the monsoon rains come. And it rains long and hard, and the streets will flood, making it hard to get around town. Now for the ugly. Tulum is just growing too fast, and it's really taking a toll on the local environment. The power grid and sewage system are way outdated, so the power goes out at the beach all the time. And most of the hotels run off generators, which are really loud, and some hotels only have power at night. The sewage system is totally inadequate, and the raw sewage leaks into the local water sources. Then there's the Sargasso problem, which gets worse every year. It's a stinky mess, mostly caused by global warming. It makes the beaches unusable. With all this new construction along the Riviera Maya coast, it's starting to pollute the underground rivers, which will also pollute the cenotes. And then there's the Train Maya Mega Project, a railway system that will reach from Cancun to Tulum and will cause irreversible damage to the Maya forest and the underground river systems, creating an even bigger mess in the Riviera Maya. You can sign a petition against this train, and we'll leave a link in the description below. It's really out of control, and there is no regulation. We made a short film about these problems that won first place at the Ecocidio Film Festival. Hit the link in the upper right-hand corner to see the film. I think it's the responsibility of all travel bloggers to make sure people are aware of the damage that's being done by tourism, so we can figure out a way to have less of a negative impact on the environment. We're not saying don't go to Tulum, because it's an amazing place. There's a lot of great people there that live and work and benefit from tourism. So come here and enjoy. But be conscientious, be careful, and be mindful of the environment. It gets spoiled so easy. But most of all, enjoy the life. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and give a thumbs up. Here's more videos about Mexico and beyond. Happy viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.